Hey guys, welcome back to Samuel Speaks Sports. I'm your host Samuel. On today's episode, I guess I'll just be talking about a bunch of random stuff like Steelers draft grade from the 33rd team, what they gave every pick, the Pirates and how they've been doing. Uh, yeah, and then I guess the Miami Grand Prix that happened over the weekend. So let's get into it. Um, let's start off by what the 33rd team gave the Steelers draft grade. They graded every pick for every team, and I found the Steelers one on Twitter at the 33rd team. So round one, the Steelers obviously picked Troy Fatanu, offensive tackle out of Washington, at pick 20. They gave it an A minus. If I remember, I did a grade for the Steelers draft on last weekend. And I think I gave that an A. I don't remember what I gave it. Uh, and then in round two, they gave Zach Frazier, the center out of West Virginia, a B plus. To me, I thought that was at least an A uh, pick because it fixed another hole in the Steelers' offensive line. Then in round three, the first of their two third-round picks, they gave Roman Wilson, the wide receiver out of Michigan, a B plus. I don't understand. I mean, Roman Wilson could be a nice compliment to George Pickens, and then I would at least give the Roman Wilson pick at least an A minus. Then with their second third round pick, they gave Peyton Wilson, the linebacker out of NC State, an A minus. That should be an A plus because a lot of people are saying uh, he could be the steal of the draft. And then they come around and they give Mason McCormick, the offensive guard out of South Dakota State, a C minus. Really, a C minus for that? At least give him a B plus. I mean, you have to think of the Steelers' offensive line after 2024. Basically, James Daniels is gone. McCormick can be the full-time guard after, so at least give him a B plus, which I don't agree with the C minus. And then their two six-round picks, Logan Lee, the defensive tackle out of Iowa, they gave a B. And then Ryan Watts, the cornerback out of Texas, they gave a C minus. I would at least bump those two up to B pluses. Because to be honest, even though the draft's like a crapshoot, you don't know which players are gonna succeed and stuff. But I think this class for the Steelers, it it fixes a lot of the needs and issues that they had the past couple of years. So basically, I think I gave the draft an overall A. I don't agree with the 33rd team's grade for every pick. Like Fatano, I would put an A plus. Frazier should be Fatano should be at least an A plus. Frazier should be an A plus. Roman Wilson at least can be an A. Peyton Wilson should be an A plus. McCormick should at least be a B. And so should Logan Lee and Ryan Watts be at least a B plus. So overall, I don't agree with how they graded the picks, but I think obviously the season hasn't started. Supposedly May 9th is the schedule release date, or that's what it's rumored to be. But yeah, the Steelers draft class, I thought they did really well. I think Fatanu we could be a starter. Frazier is definitely going to be a day one starter since they don't have a center on their roster. Wilson, I think, will be a nice number two to Pickens. Peyton Wilson, uh, who knows when we'll see him. McCormick, we know we won't see at all this year unless somebody gets injured. Watts, I don't know what they're going to do with him. Maybe he plays safety, maybe he plays slot corner, who knows. Logan Lee, we could see as a rotational piece. Yeah, so I don't agree with how the 33rd team graded the draft overall. All right, now let's switch to the Pirates. They completed the series with the Rockies, Colorado Rockies. So they took 2 out of 3. They lost the first game. But before that, they were kind of on a skid, a losing streak where they lost basically their whole West Coast road trip. And then came home, lost the first game, the Rockies, and then ended up winning the next 2. And obviously, changes need to happen. A lot of the team isn't hitting well right now. You have like a couple of guys are hitting in like the 100, 150s, 170s. That need to figure it out. They did make a move on Friday. They optioned Henry Davis, which in my opinion was the right move. He wasn't batting well. He was batting like 175. Let me find. Let me find this statistic. He was batting like 175. Up in the majors. Maybe he just needed to go down and see the ball and to start hitting. Overall, I mean, but I think Sawinski, I think, starting to come together. He hit a walk-off home run or walk-off single against the Braves or against the Rockies, and then they just beat the Rockies 5-3 yesterday. Okay, so maybe they're starting to find their rhythm. But the talk is all about Paul Skeens and when is he getting up? Who knows? It's all about just being patient and seeing. He'll eventually get here. He gave up his first home run in his Indianapolis start as a pro. He went. How many innings did he get? He went like. He went. I think it was like 4 innings. He went. Where is it? He's pitched 33 and 2/3 in innings in the minors over the past 2 seasons. He pitched 4 and 1/3 innings, allowing 2 runs on 3 hits before striking 2 walks over 66 pitches. So technically, he had another solid Indianapolis outing. So who knows? Maybe we'll see him up soon. But if I'm the Pirates, I would go with a 6-man rotation. make Jones and Skeens like your 1 and 2, or your 1 and 2, and then have Keller be like your third. Yeah, so let's see if the Pirates keep the winning up streak going. They have the Angels coming in tonight. They're without Mike Trout. He underwent knee surgery. So, yeah. All right, let's get into the final segment. Let's talk about the Miami Grand Prix, which was this past Sunday. And Lando Norris finally got the monkey, I would say, off his back. He beat Verstappen. Been the thing that happened is a safety car came out, and Norris uh, took advantage of it, went and changed his tires, and was able to stay on those tires for the rest of the race. He switched from uh, what was it, soft tires to the hard tires, and ended up working out in their favor. If you were watching the race live, you could see him. You were seeing the gap between Norris and Verstappen tick up and down, and you're probably on the edge of your seat, hoping that thing would keep ticking up. He ended up having a seven something gap between the two, but you just think you're glad for him to win. I mean, it seems like the crowd was really rooting for him to win, because definitely he has had he's had he was this would have been his. Let me look this up. I saw it and it disappeared on me. He's where is this? This was like his. Where is the damn thing? He is. This would have been like. Where is the damn? Is this it? Where is it? On Twitter, I saw it, but where was it? He was like, this is like his at like 110 something, but where's the damn stat that they gave us during the race? It was where is it? Damn it. Show me the stat they put up on the screen. Right here, 2,210 days since he last stood on top of the step, which I guess means last time he stood with the first place trophy. I mean, and the other thing was that there were a lot of battles going on. Like Alpines finally scored their first points. It was Ocon and Alonso battling it out for 9th and 10th. What sucks was Logan Sargent got knocked out of the race, but Kevin Magnussen, who drives for Haas, he knocked him out. So I don't know how many time penalties he got during the weekend in general. Like he got a bunch of time penalties in the sprint race, and then he got a time penalty again, or 2 more during the actual race. And I think it's said on ESPN it brings up his total to 10. And I think they say he needs 12 to get like a one race ban, if I'm correct. It's not, yeah, right here. Near race ban. He has 10 total. He could be 1 penalty away from a race ban. The race stewards believed given 10-second penalty and handling him 2 penalty points. The driver gets a 1 race ban if accumulates 12 points in a rolling 12-month period. Magnussen's latest transgression brings him up to 10. He actually accumulated 5 penalty points alone this week. Three handed out after he reportedly incurred time penalties to keep his teammate ahead of rival cars during Saturday's sprint race. So yeah, it seems like he's basically close to getting a race ban. Their next race is where is it? It's in Emilia Romagna. So that's, I think, Italy. Is their next? Yeah, their next race in Italy, and that's not this upcoming weekend and following weekend. So yeah, I thought the race was really great. I think there was a lot of battles happening. Obviously, it seems like I'm glad Norris got that win. I was kind of rooting for the guy anyway throughout the race because he had bad misfortunes on the sprint race. And obviously, you could hear in the crowd if you were watching it live that they were glad that somebody else won. So yeah, this concludes this episode. Yeah, sorry it was late. I forgot to upload last night. I got out of the shower and it was like 1:30, and I was like, yeah, I don't have any time to record. So yeah, that concludes this episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, the S&S Sports Pod. Yeah, be back at you hopefully at next Sunday at the regular time. If I get, let's just say if I don't get out, record next Sunday, Monday will be the next one. All right, good night.